I'm going to show you today my 78.3% opt-in book. I call it Unicorn now, Unicorn landing page. But first, a confession. I have been a direct response marketer, advertiser, copywriter, promoter for 31 years, 3 decades in multiple different businesses, the insurance business, barbershop business, restaurant business, hockey business, even fundraising. And I must admit, in full disclosure, that you know how the gurus, the pretend experts, and the long on style, short on substance, gurus and experts talk about home runs. I can honestly say in 31 years in the business trenches, I've never, ever had a marketing home run until right now. 31 years of hitting, baseball analogy, mostly singles, a couple of doubles, and maybe a couple of stand-up triples in my entire working career. Most people would think, they'd say that's pretty pathetic. And if you didn't understand direct response marketing, if you didn't understand advertising, I wouldn't blame you for thinking that. So I haven't had any home runs. And I'm talking about every type of advertising and marketing that you could ever imagine. So in the insurance business, I did paper flyers, I did paper postcards, I did yellow pages, magnets on phone books, I did post-it notes on newspapers and magazines, I did full-page magazine advertorials, I did radio ads, I did television ads walking like this, I did telesummers, books, podcasts. I was absolutely omnipresent in the insurance business. I was omnipresent in the barbershop business. I'm omnipresent in the coaching business. I was omnipresent in the hockey business. And no home runs. Who the hell has the balls to say that? I think I'm the only person, because all people talk about is unicorn this, hack this, cheat sheet this, or as if business is rainbows and unicorns. And I'm the direct opposite. I'm just like, I've sold $153 million in products and services in the last 3 decades, 31 years and counting. Books to insurance policies to haircuts to season tickets, everything, you name it. And I'm standing here going, this is the first home run I've ever had in marketing or advertising. And it's this simple little landing page that I'm going to show you that is converting, thanks to Marc-Andre LeBlanc, my business partner. I said to him this morning, I was checking. So I said, Mark, what's the data on our new book landing page? So when somebody goes to the landing page, how many people give us the email and download the book? And how many people go there and bolt and they're gone? And I was expecting somewhere in the 15% to 25, because I've never ever broken 25%. That means you lose 75% of your visitors. Now I know the Russell Brunsons of the world and the Frank Kerns of the world and the Dan Kennedys of the world, they all talk about 30% is the mark. If you can get somebody to go to your website, your landing page, your squeeze page, whatever you want to call it, and they give you their email and or they download whatever magnet or whatever bait you've done, in my case, it's an ebook, most people go there and they don't leave their email. People protect their emails like they protect their grandmother. It's insane. It's insane. And I do the same thing. I'll go to a landing page to download a report or a tip sheet or something. And then I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not going to give them my email because I don't want them to bother Marc-Andre. I don't want this thing that much, and it's free. So I don't want to do it. So I'm one of these guys like you who goes to these pages, these landing pages, and most of the time I don't opt in either. Well, I said to Mark this morning, I said, because I was looking, I'm going to test. I always test. So I always have 2 landing pages, 1, 2. One is really slick, and then the other is not slick. And that's the way I always test landing pages. One is fancy and pretty, and the other is butt ugly. One has lots of stuff, and the other one has nothing. It's just, give me your email. And I always test. So, sometimes the fancy one wins. Sometimes the ass ugly one wins. It really doesn't matter what I think. I design them both, and one's a winner and usually one's a loser. So I said to Mark this morning, I said, how is our new email landing page for our new book? How's it converting? What percentage of people give us their email and download the book? Because I'm getting ready to test. I'm going to improve this page. I'm not happy with this page. I've just decided, after I get up this morning from sleeping, no data, no idea whatsoever other than that I'm probably bored with the page, and I'm going to fix it. And then he says to me, he goes, Michael, it's converting at 78.3%. 78.3%. I've never seen anybody break 30%, and I've never seen us break 25%. And most times, we're down around 15%. Hip, hip, hooray. Most people that come to our page leave. He says, I've never seen anything like it. It's bonkers. It's crazy. He said, I have no clue. 78 out of 100 people that go to our new book page, put in their email, and download the book. Now, the normies will say, oh, well, Michael, it's a free book. So it should be 100% or it should be 78%. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? Free is harder to sell now, especially to good buyers like yourself, to top 5% people, than if they have to pay $1, $2, $500, $1,000. It was easier for me to sell my $50,000 mastermind last year than it was to sell a $35 book. I'm not kidding. And that goes back to the quality of the person that you're dealing with as well. But people are so skeptical now, and I can't blame them. I'm skeptical. They don't believe anything they see on BoobTube. They don't believe anything they see on Facebook. They don't believe anything they see on social media. And why should we? There's so many fake tomato can gurus, wet behind the ears experts, people who are teaching winning, and they've never won at anything. They haven't won in their distant memory, and they haven't won recently. So I get why people are so skeptical. They're like, I don't believe it. I don't know you, Michael. You don't know me. I don't know anything about this. I'm not giving you my email. So that's not the thing. If this was an expensive paid book, it's a free digital download, 5 ways to unfuck your life in the next month. I mean, that would make sense. But 78% of people go to the page, they opt in with their email, and they download the book. Now, whether they read the book or don't read the book, that's totally up to them. You've probably gone to that page. Oh, and by the way, if you don't download that free book, I wrote that book, and the only reason it's free, because I would sell that thing for $100, is because I'm rewarding people like you that watch my videos on BoobTube. And I want to get you the hell off of BoobTube. I want to trade your email for my book. And hundreds of people are doing it every single day. Again, I'm the only guy who would tell you that. Like, I want to get you off of BoobTube, which is owned by big tech, because one of these days they're going to, you might not even have a channel, and get you onto my righteous email list where I own the pipe. My email list, I own that media. That's my media. That's our media. I don't own BoobTube. I don't own Facebook. I don't own Twits and Twitters. You don't own Instagram. The platform owns that. So that's the whole point of a kick-ass free book, is because I'm taking a little bit of a gamble on you, and you're taking a little bit of a gamble on me. And if I fuck up or you fuck up, it's only you can unsubscribe and we're done. So it's good value to build a little bit of trust. So when a person goes to brassballsvideos.com, they've watched my video. Some of them have watched for 3 years. Some of them watched for 3 minutes. They're like, okay, I know this is a real cat. I know he's a real person. And I'm going to go and I'm going to see the page. Well, normally 70% of people that go to the page would say, I don't need that book that badly. I'm not giving him my email. But for some unforeseen reason, and it is unforeseen, it's nothing magical we did. There's nothing unicorn about it. I think that it's because the book kicks ass. I think it's because I've been shooting these videos for almost 3 years that the people that go to the site know me pretty well. They're like, this crazy son of a bitch has been out walking in the snow, the bugs, the heat. He's been walking when he was sick, when he was sad, when he was happy. He's ranting and raving like some lunatic in a gated community. So they're like, you know what? I'll give my email to this guy. He might be a psychopath lunatic, but at least I know him from the last couple years. And they put in their email and they download the book, and the book's crazy good. It's only 22 pages too. Like most of my books are 300-page tomes. But this one, I was in one of those moods where I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to tell them the 5 things I did to unfuck my life. You know, when I needed to get my shit together several times over my life, these are the 5 things I focused on. I did 1 or 2 of them, my life improved. I did a couple more, my life got a lot better. I did all 5, I transformed my life. And I did it quickly. It didn't take months. It didn't take years. It literally took less than a month. So I sat down one morning and I wrote the whole book, 22 pages. No fluff, no theory, no bullshit. And I think that's a reason that so many guys love the book. But I'm just talking out of my ass because I don't know. But I do want to share the fundamentals, because I think if you study this page, brassballsvideos.com, it's worth studying a unicorn page that's getting these results. It's like studying the Super Bowl champs or the World Series champs or the NBA champs or like success leaves clues. So it's not all stuff that's just unicorn. So when you go to the page, and the link is below, by the way, you have to be a dumb bunny, by the way. You gotta be a really dumb bunny if you haven't joined my email list. And I say that with all lack of respect, because if you're not on my email list, you're missing out on so much stuff. Like, I send ebooks, I send special reports, I send the links to the video every day in case BoobTube doesn't let you know. I send all kinds of things that can help your business and your personal life. And it's free to be on my list. So when you go to brassballsvideos.com, not only do you download the book for free, but I do this all the time with reports and newsletters. There's all kinds of things that I share constantly. And you'd have to have brain damage. If you're a winner, if your sport's winning, you'd have to have brain damage not to be on the list. And that's okay, because a lot of people do have manufactured brain damage nowadays. I'm okay with that. If you have brain damage, then just stay where you are. Be part of the 30% that doesn't opt in. But go to this site and study it. Study how simple it is. Study the headline. Study the image of the book. Study how simple it is to put in your email. But also, there's a checkbox that I want you to study, because this really, really reduces opt-ins. See, I want to lose a person at the opt-in. The best time to lose a sale, my dad always trained me, the best time to lose a customer, the best time to lose a prospect, the best time to lose an email subscriber is in the beginning. If they're no good, if they're a taker, if they're a pain in the ass, the best time to lose a person is right at the start, because their behavior is only going to get worse, right? It's not going to get any better. It's going to get a lot worse. They're on their best behavior. So I designed this unicorn landing page for the book with that check mark with the warning that says, look it, if you give me your email, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to email you every day. My message is not for cupcakes. It's not for poodles. It's not really for women. It's not for losers. It's for my sport is winning. And it's unvarnished. It's candid. It's a balls to the wall, take no prisoners message. And if that's not for you, that's perfectly okay. It's not for most people. I'm not most people's cup of whiskey. That's just reality. Doesn't bother me in the least. It's perfectly okay. But even that check mark with reducing a lot of people from opting in, curating and swift sorting and cutting the rope, we're still at 78%. So it's not like we're just saying we'll take anybody. This landing page has curation, has swift sort, and it's designed to repel most people. But despite the fact that it's designed to get rid of most people, 78.3% of people are opting in for the book. And I can only attribute that for one thing now that I'm standing here, or walking here, whatever you want to call it. And that's because you've watched my videos. And if I'm going to lose you, I'm going to lose you in these videos, right? You're going to say, this guy's a fucking lunatic, and there's no way I'm watching this shit. And I don't agree with that and all this other stuff. If you're a victim, you're running out of here. If you're a pretender, you're running out of here. If you're one of these, feelings people, you're bolting. So I think I've already curated and swift sorted, and I think I filtered the hell out of people before they even get to brassballsvideos.com. Again, that's just me talking. It's not data, it's just my opinion, which really doesn't matter. So study the site. I've got a boatload of testimonials on there, which never hurt. Like testimonials, because people don't know me, they don't trust me, they don't know me from Adam. So testimonials and proof are a really big thing. And then ask yourself this question, whether you want to start a side business, whether you want to improve your online business. Okay, how can you use a landing page like this and a magnet like this? I call it bait, the bait you put on your fishing pole. How can you use something like a free report or a tip sheet or a video or a book or an ebook and give it away for free, or low cost is great. Low cost is great as well, to build your email list, whatever business you're in. Whether you're a jeweler, a golf pro, whether you're in the sports business, the restaurant business, the retail business, whether you're a dentist or a chiropractor, a real estate agent, or an insurance agent, how can you use a lead magnet like a book, like a newsletter, like a PDF, like a tip sheet, whatever it is, and create a simple landing page like Marc-Andre has created here for us, that trades something of really good value, it's got to be great, for somebody's email. They give you the email, you give them something that helps them in their life. Has to. And that's what I've done here. And then study the design of whatever you have going now, or maybe you're creating from scratch. And if you're a tech dinosaur like me, if you're an email caveman like me, like I have a guy, Mark's 25 years old. He does all this for me. But if I had a teenager, or if I had any of my kids, I would get them to do all this stuff because they're born to do these things. Like I don't fool around with landing pages. I don't fool around with sending emails. I write them, I design them, sometimes on a napkin or a piece of paper. I've never built a website. I don't know how to even send an email to my list. So hire a person, maybe your daughter, your son, any of the teen, like those people, they know how to do this stuff. And just show them and say, I want to do something similar to this. Headline, opt-in, curation, some testimonials if you have them, and away you go. So that's it. That's my gift to you. I didn't intend to shoot a video on this. This is completely off the cuff, as they all are, but I was going to go talk about Le Victim, and I was going to go bash the Toronto Maple Leafs for firing my buddy Sheldon Keefe, but instead, here I am out rambling and ranting about a 78.3% email landing page. And that's worth rambling about because your website, like I said, we've never had any home runs. I've always just chipped away, single after single, single after single. I might have had a couple of doubles in marketing, maybe a triple, I can't remember. Maybe my Post-it notes were a triple. My flyers used to get a 3-to-1 ROI. That's a single. My newsletters used to be 1-to-1. That's a single. My TV ads were in the negative. For every dollar I spent on TV, I lost 2. I was buying customers. That's a single. Facebook ads have always been a single for us. We've been negative on those. These videos are a single. My other books are a single. Break even at best when you send a t-shirt. Like, are you kidding me? It's just chipping away, making singles every day, building your list. And then all the money's on the back end, right? All the money's in the relationship. When somebody goes to this website and opts in, that's the start of my relationship with them. And it's years and years of building that relationship. If you earn trust and you build the relationship, you have a chance to serve those people later. So that's what it's all about. But that's my unicorn landing page. The link is below. If you haven't signed up for my email list, come on, dumb bunny. What are you doing? I'm not going to spam you like these other asshats. I'm just going to send you videos and good content day after day. If you don't like it, you just unsubscribe. I don't care. You don't have to buy anything from me either. If you just take this free book, 5 Ways to Unfuck Your Life in the next month, I don't care. My life is not going to change in Naples or in Canada if you buy another product from me. It just won't. I hope you do so I can help you. But you can help yourself by downloading this free book to get started. And whether you decide to continue the relationship, that's totally up to you. And it's perfectly okay either way. I could care less. So check out brassballsvideos.com. It's like I said, in 31 years, it's really the only Super Bowl, the only World Series, the only Masters Championship or Stanley Cup that I've ever won in marketing. And I know that'll surprise a lot of people because, Michael, you've had so many wins. I've just had so many singles. I've been chipping away and getting up and stacking these little W's for 31 years. One win, one single at a time. And here I am 30 years in, and finally I have a landing page that's better than most. And up to this point, I wasn't even able to crack the 25%. So that was a real shot in the pants for me this morning. And that's the reason I want to share it with you and share the page with you. And you can study it, you can sign up, you can download the book and just get an idea of what's working for us right now in the real business world. That's it. I don't have anything else today. It is another day in Southwest Florida. People ask me at Dunkin' Donuts, how are you doing in the morning? And I'm like, another day in paradise, brother. And I give them the woo! And it just pattern interrupts them and like, who's that guy? Every day I walk into those fantastic girls at Dunkin' Donuts and they have my extra large coffee ready and they know it, the whole thing, and I leave them a nice $20 bill, and they're such great girls in there working, and they're like, they ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, another day in paradise, and then I give them some cash and grab my coffee. I'm happy with a coffee and a book. I'm happy with a coffee and a book and my two girls at home, and I'm like, woo! And every one of them back there smile, and they're like, this guy is something else. So bring a smile to somebody's face when you get home today. Give your wife and kids a big hug or call them. They'll feel better, you'll feel better, and it'll put some high frequency, good energy out into the world, which we all need. I believe in you. Like my dad says, my 90-year young dad said the other day on the phone, he goes, hang in there, Michael, hang in there, Michael. He says, the best is yet to come. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that'll change yours. Be relentless.